here, and in one of my older videos I talked about bird watching, and to follow up that video and post a link inside of that video to illustrate it, I have set up a kind of bird watching, not using any bash scripting in particular, but I have the Blazor server running, and I'm trying to understand telemetrics. And to do that, I basically made a console write line that just says whenever somebody tries to do something on my server. Now, this is all going to look very complicated, but it really isn't. It's like every time someone tries to go to my website, www.endelon.com, they try to access a particular resource like /login, /register. Well, this is /site/.environment. Right, so it's at /site.env. So he's trying to get the environment variables, which I do not expose inside of the public HTML, which is why you always put your environment variables outside of your HTML, preferably using some type of a secret or a vault or something very complicated like that. But a great start is not putting it inside of your public HTML. And you can see that this particular guy right here, he's very insistent on scraping anything that could give anything away about what I'm doing here. Now, if I go into, I found this website here, Abuse IPDP. It's this one, Abuse IPDP. And this is where people come together to report IP addresses. And as you can see, you would always think that things are personal online, right? You think this guy's like out to get you because you've said something bad about him or his mom online. But no, this guy in particular is from the Netherlands, and he has been reported many times by a bunch of other people here. And you can go through the list, and I really recommend this website because it tells you a lot about a particular person before they try to access your website. Now, can you ban this guy's IP and that's it? Technically speaking, but the problem with that is that when this guy inevitably shares his IP address with a new person, because either he changes his internet or his server is banned and then given to somebody else, you run into the problem that you're now dealing with a completely new person who had nothing to do with this guy. But what I do recommend is finding out who this guy is in these shared reported databases and temporarily banning him if the reports are consistent with, say, the last couple of weeks. You can be assured that maybe you need to ban him for another week. Now, what I told about bird watching in particular is that when you scroll down here, there's something very interesting I found out yesterday, which is XML RPC. Now, XML RPC is a particular file that you get inside of your WordPress installation, and it allows you to basically allows third parties to communicate with your WordPress website. Now, there's a bunch of other things. For instance, here, this one, WL manifest XML. I don't know what this means, but you can learn a lot about basic security vulnerabilities by reading these. None of these apply to my particular web server, which makes this very interesting and not that scary, but as soon as they understand I run Blazor and they're trying to do Blazor related things, then I might actually get a little on edge. Right, also, one of the things you can now do with this information is get telemetry. Telemetry is taking down all of this information and making it more into a bunch of data points. So instead of recording the actual full web request, you try to model the behavior, which saves space, but also makes it more interesting to understand what's going on. And you can understand, is this an automated attack? Is this a particular person that's doing something? And in some of the headers, let's see if I can do this here. Okay, that actually works. Congratulations. I just finished a basic Linux degree. There's a Googlebot here. He's adorable, Googlebot. And Googlebot will announce itself by first going to the robots.txt and then trying to get to a website or a page that I no longer have because I changed the link of it. So how to identify if a bot is valid? Usually it's a particular IP range, but also they will put it inside of their headers and you can read about it on their website. Now, don't just randomly click the links, but this link in particular is okay. Another interesting thing I came across is, I think it's this one. Well, let me just do .png. This used to be a thing I hosted on my website in 2023. And it turns out that this particular crawler, from whoever it is, I couldn't find out who this person was, is trying to still get the image. So somewhere out there, this particular image is still referenced on somebody's website, and when I try to go on Google and type in, find out who references it, I can't find it. But if you know anything about how to reverse where this type of information comes from, feel free to let me know. It's pretty interesting.